It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got J.C. Jackson. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Colts and the Jaguars. And it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Colts now coming out for... They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Jackson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. First and 10, Taylor now. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Taylor. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Jackson on second down. That's complete, right side, driver with it. On third down, Jackson. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. He's going to keep this again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage. And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll hand this to Tomlinson running right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Jaguars are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
He adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. Now it's Jackson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A give for Taylor running right side. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Harkey with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can
bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. On 2nd and 9, Jackson complete. It's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Got a man. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson will throw again. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. The 40. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Harkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On 2nd and a yard. Luck. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Luck. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Luck. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. Found their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To throw again is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes Cohen. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense.
They picked up the win last week over the Washington Commanders and are in a good spot to earn another one as they start this next series.
Off of play action, Luck. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll fake it. Now Luck.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 44. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, they give to Tomlinson.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Here's Luck. Open man left side is Gronkowski.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get it. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Parkey with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense so far on third down, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
On third, here's an option play right. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. Oh, look at this play call. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Here's Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On the return is Cohen. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over first and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A give up the middle to Tomlinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. A shotgun snap for Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fitzgerald. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot.